Control. Bravo team.
What's up YouTube, it's Hector from Not Too Nerdy, and welcome to my final thoughts on Destiny Beta. Well, not just the beta, Destiny Alpha and Beta. I think that the Alpha and Beta were amazing. I thought the Alpha was great, and then they improved on the Alpha with the Beta, and I thought the Beta was great. Now, before I get into, everything that happened in the Beta, just want you guys to know in the background, you're seeing me play a little multiplayer. Excuse some of the camping that I did, but I was really pissing off people, but I had to in those situations. But besides that, I also want to clear up the fact that I'm in no way saying that Destiny is going to be a perfect game when it comes out, because I don't know what's going to happen when it comes out. Anything could screw that up. The servers might be down on the first couple of weeks. We don't know what they're going to bring out for the final product, but for the Alpha and Beta, this is what I have to say about that. I think that it was amazing Alpha and Beta. Like, you were able to play with friends, you had your co-op experience, you had your single player experience if you wanted to do it solo, which I did. If you saw my walkthroughs, I did all those solo, except towards the end, the Devil's Lair, I needed help. Now, that's awesome, it performs, it puts like a challenge on you when you do it by yourself. But when you're with friends, it now becomes even more fun, because instead of it just being challenging, now you're having fun with your friends, you're talking to them, say, oh, you go here, I go here, let's do this, let's work as a team, and bam. I really enjoy that as well. And the cool thing is, you go travel around the world looking for different loot, looking for different guns, leveling up your guns, leveling up everything, and then what do you do next? You can bring all the stuff that you found, and you go into some P versus E, or P versus P. You go against other players. And I think that's awesome. You could bring that into the multiplayer arena. I think that's awesome. This is a game that's very similar to Defiance, if anyone's played that. I've said that numerous times, and I'm going to stick to that because it's very similar to it. But it's done way better than that game. And yeah, it's just a fun game, and it's hard to explain, because when you're just watching gameplay, I don't think gameplay of it does it any justice, because there are moments if you play by yourself that it may seem boring, but it may seem like you have to, just fight it out and continue playing, and you're just grinding to level up. It may seem like that, but this game is definitely meant to be played with others. And as long as you work with friends and stuff like that in this game will be really, really good. So, I really, really enjoy this game. People from the Beastly Thoughts show, we all played together. It was a lot of fun, and the multiplayer was very addictive. Now, there's been some new news that said that this is 1/4 of the game, and people were like worried that the game isn't that long. Well, let me reassure you that I'm sure there's going to be more DLC and stuff in the game. Now, if you're saying the game itself without DLC isn't going to be long, well, I'll put it this way. I had I think it said 24 hours, a little over 24 hours of gameplay of 1/4 of the game. To me, that's a long time of playing the game. Like, 24 hours. So if we keep up that pace, I'm going to get almost 100 hours of gameplay, you're telling me, of this game? And you think I'm going to be upset with 100 hours of gameplay? And that's not including repetitive use of multiplayer. I'm talking about that's just like leveling up your character. And they're saying level 20 is the highest level cap. Well, that's pretty damn high, because it's going to slow down the level cap. And it's going to be hard to get the certain weapons that level up and a whole bunch of other things to find different loot and stuff like that. So for me, this is perfect length. Now, for you, it might be different. Who knows, There might be DLC that might expand upon that, but they showed the different places. They have the moon, there's going to be different planets you could go to, so we'll see what the final product brings. But like I said before, I don't know what's going to bring. I could just tell you what I feel about the game right now. And as, for the beta, there's barely any problems for the beta. the beta ran smoothly, the alpha ran smoothly, and that's pretty damn impressive for alpha and beta. So I was very shocked when I saw it. It did not feel like a beta, it felt like a finished product. And it's funny because their alpha outdid, for example, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 4 was the final game, it was their final product. And I'm not comparing it to Battlefield, I'm just saying, like, in the sense of a finished game was not finished, and you have an alpha that outdid a finished product, you know? And I'm just very impressed with what Bungie did. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen in the story, because the story is up in air, but to be honest with you, any game that imitates an MMO or is an MMO, like, I never thought they had the best story anyway. So if they find a way to make it an interesting story, that would be impressive, because I've yet to see a real MMO that I'm really hooked on the story. It's more about the interactions with other characters and stuff like that, so it's not really too much a story for me, but that's my opinion for MMOs. But this is MMO at heart, but it's not a true MMO, in the sense that it's really, your fire team is built of 3 people, and like, you know, it's not a true MMO. You see other people in the world, but you interact with them sometimes, but it's not a true MMO. So my question to you guys is, what do you guys think of Destiny? What's your final opinion of Destiny, and what do you think is, you know, what do you think the future holds for Destiny? I don't want to hear like, oh, is it a Call of Duty killer, you know, or is it a Battlefield 4 killer or Halo killer? To be honest with you, it's a game in its own class. It combines so many different elements. You know, it has co-op in it. It has multiplayer in it. Like, it has a sense of you wandering around doing different missions and stuff. But yeah, at the same time, you could jump into multiplayer whenever you're ready. You could also just wander around the world and just explore. They reward the people that explore because they drop loot, they give you special guns and stuff like that just for exploring. So, in essence, like, it's a new type of game, a game that really combines everything into one. So in reality, there's room for a Destiny, while there's room for a Call of Duty, while there's room for Battlefield 4, because they're not going to interrupt each other. Like, Destiny will not interrupt any of those games. So if you play those games, fine. Destiny's not going to interrupt those games. I mean, yes, the multiplayer is lots of fun, but to be honest with you, it's a different gameplay. It's different strategy because you get to bring your own weapon into the arena. So it's pretty interesting, you know, what Destiny has done so far, and I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to be like. But was it enough to make me buy Destiny day one? Yes, without a doubt. I'm actually excited that I pre-ordered the game a long time ago, because this is one of those games that's like, they prove that it's worth the $60 purchase, in my opinion. You know, like I said, that could change when the game comes out. It could be overhyped like everyone wants to say, but if you've seen the alpha, if you played the alpha, you play the beta, there's no denying that this game did a great job for both alpha and beta. So no one can argue that. If you're saying that it sucked or whatever, that it wasn't your cup of tea, then that's fine. But if you're saying that it didn't do a good job during that, it sucked during that, then you're wrong on that sense. You can say you don't like that type of gameplay, that's fine. But if you're saying that they did things wrong and they did everything the way it should have been, they did everything that a lot of companies do not do. So that's why, for what it was, the alpha and beta, I think this game was amazing. But we'll see what happens when the actual game comes out. So let me know once again what you guys feel in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this gameplay. I did okay, even though I was camping a couple times, don't mind me, and I used a shotgun plenty of times as well. So this is Hector from Not Too Nerdy. I'm out. See you, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps me out. Also, if you're new to this channel, subscribe so you can see new videos from me every week. And remember, it's okay to be not too nerdy.